Yo, is this thing on?
Yep, we are rolling.
Hell yeah. What's up, brother?
It's been a week, man.
It has.
I know it's been a week for you. I know it's been a week for me. It's been a week.
It has. Bro, I just saw a picture of Rock Lee fighting Maki, and now I'm thinking about that.
Oh, my God. Who would win? Now I'm wondering who would win in that fight.
I don't know, bro. I don't know, man.
I'm thinking
I have to put my money on Rock Lee, though.
I don't know, man. I think I probably have to put my money on Rock Lee, too.
That's my boy.
Yeah. It would be hard. I don't know what Maki's going to turn into because I am anime only right now, aside from you toxic JJK fans who have spoiled so many things for me already.
Yeah.
So I don't know if Maki
Toxic
just like
fandom, bro.
Like if Maki became like Toji, would you say Toji could beat Rock Lee, or Rock Lee would still clap Toji? What do you think?
I don't know. I really would like to see that, though. I'd like to see someone with the science answer that.
With the stats?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
You know that whole scaling system, like the universal, planetary, whatever. Like, I don't know where they fall on those things.
Yeah, well, so my first instinct is to say Rock Lee would still beat him because chakra is kind of like cursed energy, and he still has the same level of like taijutsu ability that both Maki and Toji would have, but he also has what they would consider like cursed energy to help him fuel and become stronger.
Yeah.
So
he's got them hands, bro. That's what he's got.
So I'm not sure.
I think it'd be a fun fight to watch either way.
Yeah.
I don't think it'd be a wash. I think it'd be a really cool.
Well, yeah, because Rock Lee's going to take his time. He's not going to like jump into like sixth gate like right off the bat.
Right. No, he's not going to. And because then he's going to take the weights off and then say, let me make this a little more spicy.
No, that moment in anime history is probably one of the most epic moments ever. It's just Rock Lee is a bike guy looking at Rock Lee. He's like, you can take him off now. And he just drops.
Really, guy?
Like, what was it? I think it was like 50 kg per.
Man, it was a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that.
That's a ton of weight.
I think that was the moment where I was like, you know what? I do like this Rock Lee guy.
After that, too, you got to see him just move on Gaara like he was nothing. Like
he did Gaara dirty.
He did. And then Gaara did him dirty back.
Yeah.
It was a long haul back to recovery for him, man.
Yeah, I'm glad we all ended up being friends in the end.
Yep.
What a good show.
Well, you want to get into some news?
Hit me with the news, man.
So
I have no idea what you're going to talk about. I haven't looked at any of the docs. So
okay, cool.
This is all news to me.
There was a new, you don't have to go look at this right now, but maybe after the episode you can go check it out because there wasn't a lot of information dump in this, but there was a new trailer dropped for the Nagi episode for Blue Lock.
Okay, cool.
It does.
I will check that out.
As its namesake indicates, it's definitely going to be more about Nagi, but it looks like it's going to be kind of like starting from school when Nagi meets the best friend that got him into soccer.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And it also looks like it might, you know how in the beginning of Blue Lock, Isagi's in a room with a set number of dudes and they had all those rooms happening all across the facility because they were trying to wean him down.
Oh, are they going to show his side of that? That's cool.
I don't know for certain, but it does, the trailers seem to indicate that it might do that it might start off with like how they got through their rooms up to it, like kind of following his storyline up until they actually met the main storyline.
Okay, cool. Is Nagi the deuteragonist? There's probably multiple, but is he like the next main character?
Oh, that's a hard one
because I feel like they like divide it up pretty well.
Yeah, I would say it's probably a safe call that he would be the closest to claim the deuteragonist spot. Yeah.
Okay.
I can't think of another character that fills that role better, except for maybe. No, I don't even think Meguru beats him for a deuteragonist spot.
No, but I would say he would be close, just because they put a lot of emphasis on that relationship between them.
Between Isagi and Meguru?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
There's like a lot of emphasis there, but Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Blue Lock does a good job of actually getting the emotion out of all the characters around. So I guess that's what you got to do with a team game like that.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I just love saying Meguru Bachira's name. I don't know. It
It's
does.
a cool name. It
It's a,
rolls off the tongue.
yeah, it does. But so that's coming out. That's coming out soon, actually. June 28th, I believe, is the date. So we'll get to see it this month, which I'm super excited.
Is that a
to
global release date or is that a Japanese release date?
see. It comes to the United States and Canada June 28th.
Okay.
So it's going to be worldwide in theaters on June 27th. So if we want to see it early, we could potentially go watch it in theaters.
Okay.
Aside from Blue Lock, we are coming close to some new animes dropping or continuations. One new anime in particular, which is the Suicide Squad Isekai, which I'm sure you've
yeah.
heard
You've told me
about.
about it.
Yeah, I'm super excited to watch this because it's like Harley Quinn and the Suicide Squad and Joker end up in a fantasy world as their characters. So
I mean, that's insane. That's such a crazy concept for a show.
and that's
But-
coming right after Independence Day.
Is that the isekai that you were saying? That you were like, hey, this is what I wanted to mention to you? Like you wanted to bring that up?
No, so there's this one.
Another isekai?
Yeah, so there's another isekai. I just thought it was an interesting article. Apparently, there's an isekai called Dahlia in the Bloom that is that is currently under scrutiny with. I think it's a Chinese production, but they're currently under scrutiny because they may have outsourced some of their work to North Korea and had a North Korean anime studio do work.
Okay.
Yeah.
How does that work?
I don't know. That's it's kind of why I wanted to talk about it a little bit because I didn't even know
does
North Korea had.
that
Well,
work?
I didn't even know North Korea had an animation studio.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know they did that thing called entertainment. Like, don't you need to be worshiping right now?
It's supposed to be like a romance isekai, but I'm not even sure how much that matters to like this conversation because I just thought it was interesting that there are apparently this may not even be the only piece of work that has been outsourced to like North Korea to animate or do work on the animation. I thought that was interesting. So,
Yeah, that is interesting.
aside from the Suicide Squad and Dahlia and the Bloom, though, there are Suicide Squad's coming out July 5th. There are two other shows. They're continuations. Season 2 of Tower of God is coming out July 6th.
Okay.
Which
That was, you told me I need to get on that.
Yeah.
So I still need to watch season 1 of that.
super short. I think it's only like 12, 13 episodes. So it's not even like one of the longer ones.
Okay.
You will really enjoy that one though. And then one of Toast's favorites, ReZero season 3 is airing.
Oh no,
July
did they
5th.
announce that? Okay.
Yep, they did.
Well, he's gonna lock himself in a room.
Yep. So I'm excited for that one too, though, because ReZero is a relatively good anime. It's something that if you wanted to jump on, it's not on my top of the list of the ones that I recommend that you jump on, though. Definitely jump on Tower of God, because if you get through season 1, we can talk about season 2. And by the time that one comes out, a couple of the ones that we'll be finishing up will be done as well. So we can pick that one up.
And
for
when
review.
was that?
July 6th.
July 6th.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got about a month before it comes out.
Got it. Okay.
And that's all I got for news today, bro.
Well, let's jump into some episode review then.
Sounds good to me.
We got a couple weeks worth, right? We took last week off, so
We did.
we're playing catch up, which we are now because Demon Slayer refuses to air in the mornings on Sunday. We're going to be reviewing the previous week's Demon Slayer episode. So we won't be talking about the one that's coming out today, on the 9th. We'll be talking about last week, along with 2 episodes of Kaiju, which were amazing. 2 episodes of My Hero also. It's going down now.
So good.
And 2 episodes of GoGo. So why don't we start with GoGo? Because that one still has I You go ahead. Just take it away. Take it away. I'll follow your lead.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Look, they got the keys. They were winning. They ended up duping the other team and getting a key out of them.
Yeah.
I do know that much.
So from last week and this week's episode, it seems like what's happened is that we basically came to the completion of the exam. So that like day 3 of the exam, and
Yeah.
the island of misfit toys that got tossed away and decided to band together and get all the keys back from the guys who treated them like shit, decided to rise up and beat the crap out of everybody. It did a pretty decent job of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Not bad.
Unfortunately, while all that was going on, we had one of the boss monsters, Lord Peltrola, I think.
Something.
Came in, destroyed some people, killed what's his face, a little poofy headed guy. Can't remember his name. I need to figure. I can't.
Yeah, poor buddy.
Or we at least think he's dead, but we know that Fighter XX took his place.
Yeah.
And
what did you think about the other chick with the blue hair on the Blue Squadron? She's like I think she's the first captain or whatever. Or she's like next in line under Blue Keeper. She seems pretty cool.
We kind of learned that she's kind of like his keeper. Like she's kind of like the person who keeps him together and makes him.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, like let's not kill these people. Yeah, she banned that man from talking.
Yeah, and he listened.
What?
Too? So
He did. Yeah, I don't know what. Yeah, weird relationship.
it is super weird, but it shows us that because I always thought Blue Keeper just kind of seemed like a jerk. And he kind of is.
Yeah, kind of just like one-dimensional and robotic in a way, where it's like it kind of humanized him.
Yes,
Is that what you're gonna go for?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Was that moment where you kind of see like at the beginning of the flashback where like you're seeing them introduced and she's like bossing him around and he's like not wanting to take it, and then in that moment you see that he's following what she said. That means that he trusts her, he cares about her more than he seems to care about other people, which was kind of cool.
Right. Yes. Yeah. I totally agree. I will say one thing that stood out to me the most over these episodes was the animation. There were some crispy moments.
Yeah.
Especially with Blue Keeper when he started fighting. Just I don't know, like the neon looking lights that come off of the different keepers. It's like very like illuminated colors.
Yeah.
But the blue is just it's crisp.
I would actually agree. I think that one thing that a lot of animes that try to introduce like 3D animation in conjunction with standard style, like 2D, a lot of the times it can look not right or out of place. I think GoGo's done a really good job of making it feel seamless, as if it's and it looks good.
It does.
There are some animes that
really
it just
good.
looks horrible with, but this one I'm happy with for sure. I agree with you.
Yeah. I will say I don't have as much to say on the 2 episodes themselves, just that in future episodes, I'm excited to see Fighter D start doing some really cool stuff. Because I feel like it's been a few episodes since we've seen that. Like, I don't know. He's kind of there. Like, other people around him are doing cool stuff, and he's kind of just chilling.
I don't know. I felt like he put in some work this last episode, though.
Well, okay, like he is, yeah, I guess right near the end, he was trying to help Fighter XX, like he was, jumped in there. So I will backtrack slightly and say, like, yeah, now he's starting to, but I want to see him do some like hero shit, even though he's not really a good guy necessarily, but he might be. I don't know.
The moral ambiguity is definitely becoming more and more ambiguous as we go, for sure.
With every character. Man. And also, it does seem like there are now multiple, and I mean more than a handful of characters in the show that want justice against the Keepers or against the whole organization. It's pretty common, yeah.
Yep.
What's his name? Shion? The white-haired dude whose brother was killed. He wants justice against the Keepers.
Yeah, he wants justice against them, but he also wants to kill the boss monster as well, because...
There is a whole lot of in the middle gray area morality going on.
Yeah.
Which I like. I do like that a lot. I'm a big fan. So I hope he lands well, executes the landing well.
Stick the landing.
Stick the landing, sir.
Yeah, so
Yeah, hopefully.
I would say this episode overall was pretty damn good. I thought it was interesting when we finally learned that the one character had been replaced by Fighter XX. And then we got to see the kind of like the sadistic side of the Blue Ranger when he came in to get revenge for his subordinate and just started stabbing XX over and over. Good Lord. It's kind of grueling to watch.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit.
But yeah, so I guess we need to see like how is this interruption from the Blue Keeper going to affect the exams, and also not only that, more importantly, I don't even know why I went to that first. The more important thing is, has Fighter D been found out, or is he actually playing it off well enough to where?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering as well, because Fighter XX has been revealed. And I feel like Fighter D was doing a good job specifically to say the character's actual name, not Fighter XX, and then play it off when he hit the vehicle like he didn't realize that the Blue Keeper was in there.
Yeah.
So maybe he gets away with this, but
He might. He is
I'm
known.
not sure.
He is known for wanting to like also help the monsters too. Like even
my guess.
Yeah.
Who? Blue Keeper?
No, well, so Fighter D, he's acting
Suzukiri.
as
Oh, yes,
Sakurama.
yes,
He's acting as Sakurama.
That's it, Sakurama. Yeah.
And as Sakurama is known because of his sister and like the other keepers. Like he's known to kind of empathize with the monsters. So
That's true. That's true.
He could play it off that way because Sakurama's personality is set up in such a way where it could be played off that way pretty easily.
Yeah. My guess is either Pink Ranger shows up next episode or Suzukiri shows up.
Or they kill the Blue Ranger and he can't talk to anybody.
Or they kill Blue Keeper, which I did have the flash of a thought in this latest episode that they might actually do that.
Might actually pull it off, yeah.
So that would actually be insane. Well, and here's another another reason why I would think that could happen is because I feel like they've been building up that side character, the girl with the short blue hair. I feel like they really built her up over the last couple episodes.
A little bit, yeah. And she's not dead yet.
No, and built her up enough to where she becomes the new Blue Keeper.
I could see that. I could see her becoming the new Blue Keeper. Yeah. That would be cool, actually.
Well, we'll see. It could be cool. Yeah. I will say I kind of like Blue Keeper right now, but I really want there to be a shakeup in the show, and I would lean more towards him dying and that being really cool, and then like see how the story unfolds from that event.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I hope and maybe that means they would snag the next artifact, and then they'd have red and blue artifact.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I think I could see blue going down.
That would be amazing.
It seemed like there was a lot of emphasis on the other side character, the first captain. I'm just gonna call her that because I don't know the actual title.
I don't know, she's like a lieutenant or something like that.
Yeah. So cool. I'm good there. I would say like overall 6.5 for me for like a combined of these past two episodes.
Oh, okay. That's actually a lot. That's actually really close to what I was going to say. I was going to give it a 6.7. So we're kind of in the same range there. I really liked this last episode, to be honest. It was nice to see.
The last episode carried the one before that.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely did, for sure. So we'll call it 6.6 even. Official hop score, 6.6.
Cool. Now we got the confusing shit out of the way.
Is that why you wanted to go with that one first?
I have to go. I have to get it out of the way. Otherwise, the little bit I do remember, I'm gonna forget by the time we get to it. So,
well, I will say, luckily, where we're at in the story now, I would say that it doesn't feel as confusing because there's not as many questionable.
They're not giving 3 questions per episode.
Yeah. So now we're kind of like dealing with what's currently at hand rather than being like introduced with a whole bunch of new information. So
yep. And I think from here on out, just maybe in the final episode, you can get another question to kind of spark the interest for the next season. But keep it simple from here to the end. Just let's fight. Let's settle beef. Let's let's hammer out some story elements. We don't have to keep question mark pinging everyone.
You hear that?
Just let it go.
You hear that, GoGo producers? You need to dumb it down a little bit for Callie. Here.
Please. No more questions. I have enough. Like my brain storage is full. It's from real life, from other stuff. I don't need this taking up a lot of space.
See, I was actually curious after you kind of because you've kind of complained a little bit about how confusing it's been the past few times we reviewed this, and I was like trying to see where I can find the manga so I could kind of see if the anime is actually capturing everything.
You know, that's a really good idea.
Yeah. Maybe we could go back and maybe do like a post review and say, here's what the anime didn't capture. I did look on Shonen Jump. I didn't see it there. Double check for me real quick. But if we can find it, I would read it just so we can see if we're missing things.
I think it has a weird name for the manga.
Yeah. You can look up the Japanese. I think it's like Super Sentai something. I can't remember what it is though in Japanese.
Yeah, I don't see... Huh. Let's do Ranger. No, I'm not saying anything. Interesting. Okay. Well, it's on Amazon.
The manga is? Oh, well, maybe we'll just buy the physical copies of it then.
Yeah. They look cool too, so I'd actually like to have them. Ooh, 1-day shipping. Okay. Add to cart.
Okay, well, let's do that then. We'll both just get I'll order them today too, and then we can see if the manga, because if there's any missing information, we can let the viewers know what might be confusing.
Truth, yeah.
And as long as it's consecutive with what's being released, I don't think it's considered really a spoiler, because if the anime is not going to capture it, then it's not a spoiler.
Yeah, don't make that mistake of leaving stuff out and then having to cancel the show.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Dead Man.
Yeah, Dead Man Wonderland, baby. It was such a good anime, but they just didn't get that one right.
They just need to redo it, man.
They
just
do.
redo it. It's been long enough. It's been over 10 years. Just send it again.
Yeah, that would be a good redo too, to be honest. Especially now in the golden age of anime. I mean, we live in the best time for anime. So.
Yeah. You know what's funny? Like, because you got me to watch the first ever anime I watched, and that was it.
Was Dead Man Wonderland?
Was the first anime I watched, yeah. Which is crazy because it's such a fucking crazy anime.
It is crazy.
I'm not used to cartoons dying. I wasn't at that point. My last cartoon death was probably Land Before Time.
Oh my God, that is so long ago. What about, wait. What came out?
There has been others.
I was about to say, we've watched Disney.
I mean, Up was tragic. Heartbreaking. I should not have been crying.
I was about to say, Disney's done so many, like, just
yeah, they're assholes.
They're
for sure.
Tear-jerking assholes. Yeah, they're looking to make you cry.
They be killing grandmas and dads and moms.
Dude, what is it, Coco? Dude, Coco was so sad.
Coco was fucking sad.
Yeah, man.
And Moana was sad.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is, man.
They just know how to hit you in the feels.
Maybe that's how they fuel their engine. Children's tears.
Oh my God.
All right, we're getting into conspiracy territory. Let's backpedal.
Yeah.
All right, man. What's the next? What is the next show you want to review?
I was actually thinking maybe we could go either My Hero or Demon Slayer. I'll let you pick. I want to do Kaiju last.
Yeah, I do want to do Kaiju last.
Yeah.
Let's do My Hero.
Okay. Cool.
So let's see. Not this week's, but last week's was the biggest blue balling experience of this show, I think, right?
Do you remember what I texted you after I watched the episode?
Yeah, you did. And you know what's cool? I actually, because of that too, I waited. I didn't watch it until last night, and I immediately followed it with the other episode. So I didn't have to, like you had a worse experience because you watched it last weekend and you had to wait a week to go again.
Yeah.
So really, you got blue balled. I
got to watch it right after.
I was imagining getting blue balled, but then got to I got out of it. But yeah. So really, okay, hype though. I mean, setting the stage for this fight. all these other heroes, they're like sprinkling in other heroes into the show now that I may have just overlooked before. But that guy with the phantom, basically copy.
Yeah.
You can copy a technique.
Yeah.
Did you don't notice him before these couple episodes?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so I
So you
guess
remember,
it's just been a while since
he stuck his head out the most when Class 1A and Class 1B would have challenges against each other. If you remember their like fights against each other, when Deku realized he had Black Whip and he like lost control, he was in that fight against Deku. And he was like, I remember every episode when they were showing each fight, that kid would go up to Class A and he'd be like, look at how good Class 1's being. We're kicking your ass. And then the girl who could like grow her limbs and stuff came over and like chopped him in the back of the neck and would and knock him out every time because he's a cocky little dickhead.
Okay, I guess he didn't stand out to me, but he was tripping, bro. He was on some cocaine in this episode.
Oh, dude, it was.
He was like,
I
what
loved
was
it.
he saying? He kept saying that one line.
I'm pulling the strings.
I'm pulling the strings. He was going crazy, bro.
Well,
yeah, no, all right, so he, I guess, never really stood out to me before, but I thought it was pretty cool. Like, you know, they brought him in, and he was actually able to utilize his quirk for some cool stuff, like portaling. Basically, the whole end-game Avengers scene where you're portaling all the heroes into one place to fight.
Yep, kind of.
I mean, direct copy, which is awesome. I mean, I think that's so sick.
So cool. No, and I'll say it's funny that you say that he didn't really stand out to you at the time, because his whole thing is that he kind of felt like he knew he was gonna have to be a side character because of his quirk. So the fact that he didn't stand out to you kind of means that he was written the way that he was supposed to be.
Yeah. No, for sure. I will say, like, there's a lot of dumb characters in this show that I could never imagine drawing and being like, yes, this is it. But for what it's worth, the mangaka does a good job of giving everyone their place in the fight. So I'll say that much.
Yeah, he even gets better later on, where he doesn't even just do the teleportation. You get to see that he's now going to be able to use erasers. Yeah.
No, super sick. Yeah, really cool. Yeah, there's a couple of characters that are just so stupid to me. But hey, it's all good. We can't. I mean, Fat Gum has got to be one of the dumbest created characters.
You know what? We'll just make a tier list episode where we go through
shitty MHA characters.
Yeah. It could be MHA. It could be anime in general. It could be like we could choose. But yeah, we could go there.
I would love to do an MHA specific shit tier list. Like, why did you draw this, dude?
That's not a bad idea. I'm for it. We could definitely put that on the list. Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Okay. All right. So, cool points, though. Let's just look at the overall. We've set the stage for the different fights. Like, we have the battle arenas set out because they ported everyone into different locations with specific heroes to match those villains. So sick. Such a cool idea. Although Deku got scooped away from Shigaraki, which that's where things go sideways for the heroes, obviously. But what do you think about where so the battle lines are drawn? What do you think about the different matchups we have coming up, and what are you most excited to see?
Well,
like which fights?
So I am probably most excited to see Hawk and Endeavor fight. This isn't the number one for me, but Hawk and Endeavor fight all for one. That looks like it's gonna be a sick fight.
It does, and it has to be sick.
Yeah, that
Although,
one.
I don't know, man. I don't think they. I don't know. I don't know if they win that.
No, I don't think they'll win it either. To be honest, I think we're gonna lose Endeavor here. I think we're gonna lose Endeavor here.
Or Hawks. I mean, that would hurt too. That would really hurt.
It would hurt to lose Hawk, yeah. But I will say where Shigaraki is right now, I'm super excited to see that one, of course, because it's Shigaraki. I'm hoping that even though Midoriya wasn't able to make it to the prison battleground that they've designed for him, I'm hoping that this is when Bakugo will kind of be able to come out and shine in the fight, where he'll pick up the slack of missing Midoriya.
Yep. Which is cool, because I think before when you and I talked about this, I don't know if we talked about it on the pod or if it was just in person, but like we know that Deku is being, posed to fight. He's the main hero. He's gonna fight the main villain, right? Like it's all for one versus one for all in the end. And then we have Todoroki, arguably tied with Bakugo for second, for like deuteragonist as far as heroes go, and especially popularity. Like those three characters are probably the three most popular out of the show. So you have Todoroki being posed to fight his brother in the end, right? Dabi, which now we see that they are together. Like they are going to fight. I always wondered where Bakugo fell. Like, okay, what's his story arc look like? Like, who does he fight in the end to be fulfilled as a hero? And maybe this is how we see it is, okay, maybe Bakugo fights Shigaraki, which is
maybe
crazy. But, I mean, I'm all for it, dude. Like, I am all for it, bro.
The one thing that happened in the previous episode that we haven't discussed that I definitely want to talk about was it focused a little bit on Toga's past.
Yeah.
And they mentioned a big info drop that I'm curious to see how it gets used here.
The blood, the vial.
The blood from Twice.
Yeah.
And this shows you just how convoluted and complex utilizing all these different quirks.
Yeah.
And it is kind of like the quirk singularity that they've been talking about, how like they can all grow and get stronger.
Yeah.
I just want to see like when are they going to unleash it? Because they have it. When are they going to let it go?
So that means Toga can take it, she copies his ability and just like spam duplicates herself, right?
Yep.
That's insane.
And then she can make the army.
Yeah, right. Well, this is going to be so good. I think I am most excited for the Todoroki brothers fight.
You know what? I didn't even think about that. That is going to be a sick fight. Yeah.
I'm excited for all of them. Obviously, I eventually I would like the one for all versus all for one. That's what all this leads up to. Now I'm really excited for Shigaraki versus Bakugo, most likely. I mean, it doesn't seem like he's getting out of that floating anti-him death fortress that he's stuck in now. So I think Bakugo is going to have to put the big boy pants on.
Oh, Bakugo's definitely going to have to put the big boy pants on.
As far as like a emotional weight, though, it's the Todoroki fight for me.
So I know you've been waiting for those. I know one of your favorite characters is Dabi. That's your guy right there. And Todoroki for those two. That it's a great story too. And I loved how
it really is.
When they got transported, like when All for One and Endeavor got transported, All for One was like just
that's cruel.
It's just dissing on him. He's like, "You're a shit father. How could you do this to your sons? You're letting you destroyed one son, and now you're letting your other son clean up your mess." Like,
yeah.
Oh God.
Oh man. No, it's emotional, man. There's a lot of weight to it, but it's so good. This is what you need.
It was awesome. It was really, really good. To be honest, this is going to be close for me. It's going to be close to the Stars and Stripes episode, which was one of the highest for me.
Okay. Gosh, that was a 8.9 for you.
Before we get into the score, though, I want to ask you: do we think is Rumi dead? Is the Rabbit Hero dead? Is Marco dead? We don't know for sure, but
we don't know for sure. I would say I hope so, just because because that sounds so bad. I do not want. It's not that it's specifically her, because I think she's really cool, but I think now is where you start
killing people.
Now you start killing people.
You start taking chess pieces off the board. Yeah.
Yes, you have to. You got to put some weight on the story now.
Yeah.
For me personally, I think the best version of this story going forward is you start killing characters right now.
It needs to happen. I think in the entire series we've had like one character die.
Not a lot, man. Not a lot.
I mean like one main character too, like or not one main character, but like one hero.
We need more.
Yeah.
We need more, and
we need
now
more death.
Like I said earlier, the battle lines are drawn. Now you start spilling blood. So not because it's her, but because it's time. I hope that she is dead.
Okay.
It just sounds bad saying, but yeah. So go ahead, hit me with your rating. I'll follow up on you. 'Cause, I mean, it's high for me too.
I'll do a combined score for both episodes. I'm gonna do this one as 8.2.
8.2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the last episode wasn't fantastic. It was great. It was good setup. It wasn't as bad as the episode before that, which kind of felt just like a repeat of all the information we already knew. But combined score wise, this one was so good. I would have put it like almost at the same score individually as the Stars and Stripes episode. So yeah, 8.2 for me.
Cool. Okay. I'll match you on that because I was close enough. I can go there.
Awesome. Cool. Official hop score 8.2.
8.2, baby. 8.2. Okay, so this other let's do Demon Slayer real quick because I mean there's honestly not a lot to talk about. 1 second, I'm gonna sneeze. Jesus. Okay, so let's do Demon Slayer. Not a lot to talk about, and I mean this is from my memory. This is anime only. This is all filler. Right? Like the paper planes. I don't remember that at all.
It's all anime only.
To be honest, the animation is beautiful. It's crisp. It looks really nice. And while, yes, you are building up some cool character moments with specifically Tokito, it's slow. They're dragging their feet with this.
It felt like such a waste.
It is. It genuinely is. Like that could have been condensed into like a 5-minute segment and then keep progressing the story. But and also Tokito is not the fact that he was like, yeah, I'll 2v1 the Sanami and Obanai. Who are Obanai is arguably stronger than Tokito. Sanami is 100% stronger than Tokito. Doesn't make sense to me. It makes more sense for Sanami to 1v2 the other guys. He's the number 2 Hashira. That just doesn't. The only Hashira stronger than the Wind Hashira is the Stone Hashira. I
do still like that they are doing the Hashiras are training together.
For sure.
Scenes,
so sick. But I agree.
But you're right. It doesn't.
It's weird though. Like, why did you shift? It's like this whole episode was a Tokito episode. Like, let's build up Moishiro and for whatever reason, like he just had a whole season.
Yeah,
he just had the whole swordsmith. Like, why aren't you doing that with? Let's see, we have the Wind, Serpent, and Stone Hashira, who have had the least light out of all the Hashira. Like, everyone's had their time somewhat. Those 3 have had the least screen time.
Yeah. They will get their screen time though this season because they are doing the Hashira training, so they're
gonna get it. And also, you know, this is a non-spoiler thing. The Wind and Stone Hashira are going to break the internet next year, whenever the next season comes out. But shatter the internet. The fights are insane. But like, this felt weird.
Yeah, I
specifically that 1v2 is just. Look, Miss Hashira, he's a G. He's him in a lot of ways, but he does not come close to Sanami. He doesn't. He does not. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And I can't get into spoiler territory. Yeah. But look, he just doesn't. He doesn't come close to him.
Well, I haven't gotten as far as you have in the manga. Maybe at this time in, you know, the Mist Hashira is one of the only Hashira that unlocked the marks, the Demon Slayer marks. So maybe right now,
I mean, there is that.
He could be in this specific instance, he could be a little bit closer to his strength level at this moment because he got that mark, and that's given him an extra level of experience or whatever. But I could see, like, you know, if the Wind Hashira and the Stone Hashira get their marks, yeah, they're gonna just absolutely demolish.
Yeah, I could see it. Maybe I'm looking at this from a manga viewpoint and knowing everything, and because that you make a really valid point with that. But still, good grief.
You're like, still, I'm not happy with.
I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm not a fan of the Snake Hashira Obanai. He's a little. He's got that edgy emo drab vibe without, in my opinion, a cool backstory to like back it up. But Sanemi is a gangster. He's him, man. He is him. And I feel like they kind of did him a little dirty in that moment. But hey, it's all good. It is what it is.
I think I'm most disappointed because each episode feels like, so like each time he goes to a new Hashira for the Hashira training, I feel like every episode now is going to be like him and Giyu, where like he's going to be trying to cheer them up, and or not, or him and Tengen. Like every episode is going to be like where it was a page or two or 2.5 pages of here's what's happening, and then Tanjiro's just coming to basically raise the spirits of all the people that are getting beat up by Hashira right now. And that's how I feel like every episode's going to be every time he moves on now. And that's not how the manga goes. The manga goes, he goes through the training. Don't get me wrong, I get why they're doing it. They're trying to build up the attachment to the characters. They're trying to like build the emotion behind them.
100%.
But it just feels like such a waste of time. It feels like such a waste of time.
Yeah, they could condense it more, and also give us. I say like I get like this is the Hashira training arc that you're releasing, but in my personal opinion, I would say go a couple chapters into the Infinity Castle. Like just do it.
Yeah,
give us some cool shit. Give us a cool fight to end on, but.
Yeah, just show us some more of like what the demons are doing in the background. You know, like show us like they're all in hiding.
That too.
Yeah,
show me Kokoshibo because, and so to be fair, that I believe is gonna happen before this season's over. I do think there's gonna be a scene. Hopefully, it's this season. That might be beginning of Infinity Castle. If you don't remember reading that, then it's probably the next arc. But they do show a little bit of demon stuff, but
no. I agree. Well, we're gonna see some more of that. I just think like, and they've done it a sprinkling of it too. Like
yes, but I think what you're saying, if you're gonna do filler, add in some cool demon filler too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Stop giving us this way. Like we didn't need more of Tokito and Tanjiro. We don't
need paper planes, bro. We just don't need paper. It was cool. It was touching,
but we just had a whole season. And they're going to do the same thing with the Love Hashira. I guarantee you they're going to do the exact same thing with the Love Hashira. We just had a whole season with these 3 characters. We don't need more of this with them.
Yeah, for sure. I would have taken that scene with a different Hashira. But you can't do it with Obanai. And honestly, you probably can't do it with Sanemi either. So, to be fair. We'll see, man.
I don't think you can do that with Sanemi ever.
No. He's anti paper planes, I'm sure. All right, so let's go ahead and chop this one up. I'm gonna go, dude. I'm just gonna go flat 4.0. I'm just gonna say it because obviously, like, I think below 4, you're getting into like it's bad territory, but like 4 is like just below average. So a flat 4 for me is nothing to write home about. You're kind of wasting time. I do appreciate, I'm giving points because I appreciate the fact that they are trying to fill it out. I just wish that the filler that they were doing was more impactful.
Yeah. To be honest, I'm surprised you said 4 because that's exactly what I was going to say. I don't even
cool.
Like,
hey,
100%.
Well, I think that's good because, you know, we're both on the same page about it. Like, we seem to share the same sentiments about like our gripes, and then like, okay, but it's cool that you're doing this, but then like you should do it like this. Just a straight 4.0. Like, condense it down, do it faster.
We kind of said from the beginning, this should have been a movie in the first place.
It absolutely should have been a movie.
We were wondering how they were going to do this season with such little amount of content. Now we're seeing how they're doing it, and I'm disappointed. I'm genuinely disappointed.
Yeah, same. And I don't think that. So you came off the back of Swordsmith Village, which is arguably your worst arc. out of the 4 that are out, or the 4 seasons that are out. It's definitely the lowest one. You can't follow that up with more bad. You're gonna lose people. Like, you probably lost people in Swordsmith. You're definitely losing people after this. And I don't know if it's these production companies' way of like holding on to money, like making money, probably. But like, dude, just pump out a movie and then move on to the next thing, because the next 2 arcs, especially the next arc, insane, and arguably the best arc. More impactful than Mugen Train, more hype than Entertainment District.
Yeah.
So that doesn't kind of tell you what's going to happen. I don't think you watch those 2 arcs. Get over this, get past it, and get into the good shit.
I think with how slow this season is going to be, we're going to see some drop off. I think unfortunately.
Oh, for sure.
And if they had just done a movie, you wouldn't have any drop off. You would have had like a quick,
and it would
movie.
build. It would be a stepping stone that builds a bunch of hype.
Yep.
And you don't feel like you're wasting your fans' time. That's one of the worst things you can do, is waste your fan base's time.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as you feel like your time isn't appreciated, all right, cool, I'm out. I know the outcome of stuff, so like that's keeping me around. And the animation is good, so I enjoy watching it. But
animation can only get you so far, though.
It can only get you so far. So we're 4 episodes through, right? This was episode 4.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay,
Yep.
so we're at the halfway point. We're only supposed to get 8. So we'll see. Maybe the second half is straight gas. I don't know.
We'll see.
All right, let's move on though. Let's move on to the real shit. the hype anime of what? I guess spring/summer.
Yeah, it would be spring, because I think summer starts in July. So our summer animes are the ones I actually talked about earlier. In fact, the one spearheading is the Suicide Squad anime. So
yeah. All right, so Kaiju number motherfucking 8, bro. Oh man, gosh, let's go back, because both episodes were good.
Both were
But
solid.
This latest one. Oh, this latest episode was so good. I still love my boy Kafka.
Yeah, Kafka's dope.
100%.
Still my favorite MC right now, aside from maybe
Yes.
Ichigo and Bleach.
Yeah, man, I agree. Those are top 2. Kafka he's just too relatable, I think, for us in our old age.
Current age bracket, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so what was your, like, what's like a standout moment for you?
Well,
over
for the latest
last 2 episodes.
Yeah, so for the latest episode, God,
It's your boy Hoshina, bro.
It's Hoshina, man. Hoshina is just so dirty, dude. He is the standout moment was he didn't unleash his full combat power until he got him to the training ground. Like, they're getting attacked.
100%. Yeah, he's a beast.
And he lures the guy away, and good Lord, Hoshina is just such a monster, dude.
He's the Kaiju killing Levi.
He is. He's the Kaiju killing Levi. That's what he is. And he kind of looks like Captain Levi a little bit too, yeah.
I mean, he's a 5'1" king. I don't know if he's actually 5'1", but he's small.
But he definitely has better sense of humor than Levi did, because Levi was not a comical person in any way, shape, or form.
That's true.
But yeah,
it looks like he's 5'7", so I'm sorry, I did not mean to say 5'1". All right, so okay, but Levi vibes 100%.
Oh yeah.
So is this Kaiju number 10? Who's this red Kaiju guy?
Oh, I don't know. He probably doesn't have a moniker yet, because he's relatively new. But so here's a standout moment that I found too. I was thinking when they did the fortitude scale on the new Kaiju that came in that we don't have a name for yet, it was like 8.3, and I was like, wasn't Kafka's like 9.8 or 9.7 or something like that? It was like super high.
It was 9 point something.
Yeah.
For sure.
I was like, wow, so Kafka's definitely stronger than this guy. And then at the end, when he gets cut up and he starts growing and becoming bigger, and she's like, we've got a new fortitude scale of, I think it was like 9.0. And I was like, So kaijus can like evolve and get a higher fortitude scale? I didn't know this.
That's sick. Yeah. I'm about to look because I think it was actually the episode title name.
Yeah, fortitude scale.
Fortitude 9.8.
Yep. Okay, so I was right.
That was episode 4.
Yep, I was right. So 9.8, which is ridiculous.
Man, I love Kafka. Oh, I love Kafka. All right, so we realized that the wyvern type kaiju, we got some insight from our boy Kafka that they do not coordinate. They are always on their own when they're striking. But now they're grouping up. So something is controlling them, keeping them together, which, we could tell by the end of last episode when you saw the
kaiju flying on the back of one of them with the whole...
Right, and he was like, yeah, like we're attacking, right? It's a coordinated assault, very obviously.
Another standout moment was Shinomiya. Shinomiya getting her own special weapon and coming out there like a crazy blonde with a battle axe. Just
absolutely, man. Yeah, I think when we were choosing like hype favorite characters at the time, I'm pretty sure I picked Shinomiya. And I stand by that. I think her, Kafka, Hoshina, and I think Reno. I think Reno's going to do some cool stuff. But those 3 characters outside of Reno, what more could you ask for in a cast?
Shinomiya is like a scrawny blonde berserker, just going out
She's
and
a beast. Hitting the thrusters, pull the trigger to hit the thrusters on the axe to propel it forward. That's so sick. So she got a badass weapon. Someone else. Oh, they were like finally introducing like. I'm not gonna say breathing techniques, but like but you know what I'm saying, like combat techniques. I forget what they were actually like calling them by name, but Hoshina did a couple. He did like like form 2, form 4, or whatever. So I think that's cool. Like we're seeing some combat maneuvers and stuff coming out now.
I'm wondering if those are like fighting forms that he learned from his family as like kaiju killers. Like that's like...
See, that makes sense on his end, but Shinomiya, she was doing them too.
Yeah, those are things I think she created according to her new weapon. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, sick. It's really cool.
Gotta love when a move has a name. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. It makes the move that much cooler. Imagine if they never said Bankai and they were just like, activate.
Yep.
That'd be stupid.
Or Getsuga Tensho, where it's just like, he just swings his blade. And every time he swings and he says Getsuga Tensho, he's just spamming like blade swipes through the air.
Spamming X, bro.
Yeah. Now, this episode was really good. The previous episode was really good. The combined high score for this one's definitely going to be pretty large. Here's my question before we get to the scoring, though. Do we think that these kaiju, now we're seeing a level of coordination, are they coordinating with kaiju number 9 and perhaps like other kaijus? Like, is there some sort of like higher intellect kaiju beings that are collectively working from behind the shadows to try and destroy?
Yeah, there's something. There is something to it. I'm not sure, but is our boy Kaiju number 9? Is he still recovering, or do you think he's fine now?
Oh, I don't know. I would assume he's still recovering. Isn't this like the day after? Isn't this like?
Yeah. I would say it's pretty soon after. If even more than one night.
He may not be recovering anymore. I think he's probably eaten enough people now to where he's.
Well, yeah, he went and ate that one guy and deboed his convertible, so he looks different now, which is cool because like they were like, yeah, it was this guy in the cleanup crew. Like they said he was a human and whatnot. So now he's completely changed identity. So
yeah, and I think that kind of confirmed that. He's a kaiju acting as a human, not a human acting as a kaiju.
Acting as a kaiju. Yeah. Makes me wonder why that thing flew into Kafka. Like there's something to that. Like there's a reason.
I agree.
Maybe a kaiju that isn't a bad kaiju.
Maybe. Or that kaiju has an ulterior motive and it's just waiting for its moment to like take over Kafka.
Fucking Sukuna.
Or it's like, I keep thinking of Kafka almost like Naruto, where he has like the 9 tails in him. That's how I keep looking at it, is like it's you never
can
know.
tap into the power, but then that power inside of you is actually super powerful and could take over.
Yeah, you never know when it's going to actually take over if you lose control. So far, we haven't seen our man Kafka lose control. He seems to be getting a better hang of it. In fact, in this last episode, we got to see, he's like, wait, if I just transform my legs, I can move faster. And he just dashed, like flash
And
step.
that girl
almost.
he saved, she's like, you're using your suit better. And he's like, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did.
That's what it is. All right, where is Mina?
Oh, that's a good question.
Where is Mina?
I don't know. I bet you she shows up next episode because at the end of this one, we got to see other squads coming in.
Showing up, yeah.
She's probably aware of the situation and is about to show up right when the big bad comes, or at least soon after the big bad comes.
We'll see. Oh man, the tier list of power scaling is cool. Like we've seen, like so slowly we keep seeing more powerful and more powerful kaiju. I wonder who this Daikaiju, this red guy, I wonder who his boss is.
Yep. I'm excited, man. I'm excited to see more of it. I'm also, do we think Kafka's going to get discovered this time?
Ooh.
Because it's going to have to happen. We just don't know when. How far down the road are we going to get before the higher-ups, or at least, Vice Captain, Mina, either one of them finally finds out?
I think it would be really cool to be a cliffhanger for the end of the season. I think that would be cool.
Right at the end, one of the higher-ups finds out, like Vice Captain finds out, and that's just how the episode ends. We don't know how it gets resolved. That would be a good cliffhanger.
I think that would be a really cool cliffhanger, because that leaves you season 1 is its own arc of him finally getting into the being a cadet and then being an officer and building relationships with these guys, and then boom, right there, it's season 2. He realizes, and then it's like this thing that Hoshina maybe can't see past, and so now Kafka's out of the unit on his own. He's gone rogue, and it could set up a whole thing for season 2 to be, just a different vibe to it than what we get in season 1.
Yeah,
but so either Mina's gonna show up and help Hoshina, or
Kafka's gonna have to come in and save the day.
He's gonna have to come in. So, what's your money on?
I do think it could be like a mix of both. That maybe Kafka has to show up and just kind of stave off the beast until Mina can come in and just blast him away with her giant cannon. Maybe something along that lines. Yeah.
I think it would be really cool if Kafka did show up and help Hoshina. Hoshina would be so confused.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, I don't know, man. Because Reno was like, whatever you do, man, let us take care of this. Don't do anything.
Rely on
stupid.
your team.
You're finally an officer. You're in. Don't mess it up. Which means he's going to go mess it up.
Yeah.
That's all that means. So, but yes, all right. Hit me with this high score.
Oh, God. With a combined score of both. If I were to, I'll do the combined score, and I'll say individually what I would do this last episode. I'd give this one probably as high as MHA. I'd go at least 8.7 combined score, I think, because both were just so solid.
Yeah. I want to go high, and the only thing that's limiting me from going as high as I want to say in my head is I don't think we're at the ceiling.
No, we're not.
So, based off of that, I was going to go 8.5, which would throw us in the middle at 8.6.
Yeah. Is that a combined score for you? Or is that 8.5 for the episode? Because we had 2 episodes we're reviewing.
Yeah, I'm kind of lopping them in together. I watched them back to back.
Okay.
No, I didn't. I did watch them week apart. But they just felt so fluid to me. I'm gonna lop them in together.
Okay, cool. We'll go 8.6.
Because they were both good, but the latest one was
so
clearly the better one. Yeah, I'm going to throw them in together. We'll say 8.6. I want to go high, but I don't think we've peaked yet.
No, we haven't.
In this season.
Yeah, I agree. I want to go higher too, but I'm afraid to go too high and then have to take it back.
Hoshina's combat moves being animated are crisp. They're very, very good. Very well done.
Fight scenes are amazing
man.
so far.
So good. Well, we are coming off the back of some busy weeks. Work getting busy, switching up work, trying to figure out podcast stuff, scheduling and content and all that. So bear with us, guys, while we figure all this out. But
we did just drop a new video too, some interview stuff from MomoCon.
Yes, YouTube video.
Yep.
Jujutsu Kaisen interviews. We got some more MomoCon footage too. We got to chop it up and we'll get it out in different forms as well. But also, I don't have a ton for fitness because I did want to say one thing. I've been committing to the once a week cold plunge.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been hammering those out. I'll just say real quick, yesterday was the coldest one I've got it to, and it was at 38 degrees.
Nice.
So 3 minutes in, 38 degrees. Got to give, it's the weekly tribute to the ice gods.
Do you take ice bags and drop them in there when you go? Like, do you?
So we fill this ice tub up halfway full of ice from this ice machine, and then fill it with water, and it is frigid. We keep ice bags in the cooler nearby just in case, because you get so many people going after one another. It's like, after like 3 or 4 people, it's
warm again.
It's going up by a few degrees. So you have other ice there in case you need to do it. But we did 5 people last time, and we didn't have to add extra ice. It went from about 38 degrees to probably like 41, 42 degrees by the end of it. But that's still really cold water. So,
man, if I was there, I would definitely be doing that once a week with you guys for sure.
Yeah, I made sure I hit a 3-mile banger without stopping early on yesterday, because I knew we were doing the cold plunge later.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you know what? Let me knock this out. So I got some good sweat, good sun. It was about a 24-minute run. And then, into a cold plunge. So feeling good.
With it being summertime, I've decided I'm going to start taking like 15 to 30 minutes on my Saturday workouts. And at the end, before I get in the sauna, I'm going to do a few laps in the pool and just get some extra cardio in. I did it this last Saturday. It was so nice to be in the pool. It was so nice to just like float and swim. It's exhausting when you actually like push yourself to do laps, but man, it's so much easier on your body than any other cardio, in my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, it's light. You're not hammering your joints in, which is why I want to get a bike. I really want to start cycling because I love being outside. I love being in the sun, but I do not want to. And there's really no way around it. Running is just heavy on your joints.
It is.
So I'd like to do that less. I would like to have an alternative to running. So cycling is kind of the next best thing for me. Swimming would be awesome if I had access to a pool that I actually wanted to get in. I have a couple nearby, but they're not pools that I would get in. So we'll see, man. We will see. I think that's pretty good on my end. You got anything else to add?
Nothing big here. I think we're all good, unless you want to talk about Otakon at all.
We'll rain check that.
Okay.
But I will say for everyone listening too, we're going through some motions right now to get audio unscuffed and just figuring out a content cadence. So just bear with us. We really appreciate it. Appreciate all the views, everything like that. And that's it. So I'll see you on the other side, man.
Yep.
All right. Peace.
Thanks for listening to the Hidden Online podcast. If you enjoyed this content, please subscribe, comment, and like this video for more. You can also find us on Spotify and Instagram at Hidden Online Podcast.